Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's me, David, and I'm going to finish off the question. Well, I'm going to continue from the questioning we saw last time. But before that, I'm just going to kick this door and see what happens. You kick it, gung-ho style, entering the premises style, but the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you. Alright, the woman nods approvingly. Let's trash the place. Let's not. Your foot is ready to explode and punish this object. Disrespecting the force, kick the door. Swallow the rage, calm down. Let's not do that. So I'll need to question her privately, more than likely, if I want to make any progress with that. I've got 2 skill points and I would like to invest in some of these. I can either dismiss an old one, which I don't want. These are all pretty okay. So I think I would rather unlock a new one. So the precarious world is pretty 4 hours. So Kingdom of Conscience is one. I mean, we're coming to the end of the day, so let's do it. Let's do this one. I mean, why not, right? Okay. Interact with these. What is this, Kim? This is the Insulindian lily. The lieutenant corrects his glasses, called Maybelle's or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle. This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it? Is it a coincidence it being on the roof? Maybe, maybe not. He makes a note in his little notebook. We'll see. I don't care about the details too much. Very well. Put the flower back in your pocket. Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark waters. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none. Blow on your fingers. Inland, above the Martinez distributory, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Yamrock and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals and sprinkle them in the stream like white salt. Well, that was an experience. So, I can confront the Hardy Boys, but I can't make any red checks, so it could be terrible. It could be really bad. Actually, I didn't think about that. Okay, I need to talk to my boy here. And I'll just talk to him downstairs and see what he has to say.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate? Nothing will make them respect the RCM. But it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate the story was definitely not part of the plan. Why did she tell us all of that? What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. Something's off here. You think so? A shadow runs across his face. She seemed forthcoming, unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, she should move. We should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough. Well, I think it's time to put the board away. Oh, I really do want to do that window again. Well, I have the time. So, let's get downstairs, I suppose. And we will have another stab at the window analysis. Let's do the window. Behind the dockwork is a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like a like bony fingers. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of 50 years. Takes time for a hedge like that to form. Look out the window. Any luck? No. Just black branches. Yes, indeed, I'm window shopping. Huh. I think he's trying to find dirt on us in our box. So what they do, Shanks. Did you know the policeman's son is called pigs? Well, no, I hadn't heard that. Yeah, because they like to sniff around in dirt. The tattooed man gives you a look. He's just trying to sound clever. He has no idea what you're looking for. I'm really unsure about pursuing this now because there's going to be red checks. I know there's going to be red checks. And I should have thought about that a bit more. I've got random items. That antique Belle McGrath. Oh, I forgot I've got clothes. What am I wearing at the moment anyway? I'm wearing a disco... I'm not wearing it, I'm wearing an RCM Patrol jacket. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad at all. The question is though, is there anything... This is something that's been bugging me for a while. Tattoos. But I'm not really having much luck with that one. Oh, she's back. Actually, she went away for a bit, I think.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Oh no, yeah, she just wants the husband still. I can talk to him and make a point.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing about the whirling. Classier in room 3, she nicked the phone line. Why? He stopped himself. No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building. You have Lena. Lena is a good customer. Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? What? The woman chimes in. Did someone mention my name? We were just paying you a compliment and finding out a degenerate from room 3 nicked the phone line. Everything is okay here, he yells and turns to you. A good thing the guest pays for her stuff and on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Was there anything else? About my room for tonight. You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked. Oh, good. Very, very good. This blue door is really infuriating me. I want to know what is up with the blue door. It's not going to change. It could be connected to the bar door upstairs. Yes, well, I deduced that myself. Now I'm not going to be able to pass red checks until 10 PM, which makes me think that accosting the Hardy Boys right now is not the right choice. So I wonder if there's any other things I can investigate for a while. So yeah, ask her later, probably tomorrow. That would be useful, but I don't know when I'm going to get the opportunity to do that. I could go investigate the lorry. I can't get to the fishing village. Because of the water lock, and I need to investigate the working firearm. All valid options. So. I might start rooting around there a bit. Leave the Hardy Boys for now. Let them kind of... I don't want to be running into that disarmed, so to speak. This chap here seems to know a lot about the lorries.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I've changed my mind about your friend, the lady driver. What? He looks up. But I told you she's my friend. Please don't make me give her up, detective. Get someone else. There's a ton of drivers here. Okay, so you're right with others ratting her out. You just don't want your hands dirty. Fine, I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation. It's important. I can't blow it. You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man. I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy. Big oof. I think the racist guy... Yeah, I'll leave it for now. I think the racist guy had some information on her. I believe.
Looking for something?
Ah, that's right. Half-light. Oh, yeah, I could just do. I've got a spare skill point. Half-light is actually pretty good. I'm not sure if I want to up half-light further. But I also would like to retry this. So... Ho-hum, ho-hum. I mean, it's an option. But... for the sake of being kind to that other guy, maybe. Maybe. Yes, let's do this. Yes, and alright. So I need to up my half-light. Let's see if there's any tools I have at my disposal to improve this. Spirit to corpse, physical instrument. Oh yeah, I forgot you can dress yourself up in a way. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. I haven't worked out how to do that yet. Anything that gives a bonus to half-light. Anything that takes away half-light. No. Okay, I'm all good on that front. I really would love to know how you go about issuing notice. I think they're just text choices. I know I'm not very far in the game because I'm still on Tuesday.
Looking for something?
Tell me shit. Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Turn up the volume. Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Fuck you. I told you I'm not gonna... There, his voice grows smaller as yours gets bigger. I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life. I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant kipped. You're gonna be bleeding kipped dick. Oh god. I've been to your fucking lorry, I know where it is. Point to it. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? Well, that's not threatening him. What's your name? I'm gonna... Told Marjorie to fuck off. Yeah, let's pull out the racism card. What's your name, fuckhead? Look, fuck you, man. He tries to wave you off. It's some lorry down there, green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is. When did she go away? I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't seen her for days. Where exactly is her lorry? Past the monument down there, he waves south. The green tempo, now leave me the fuck alone, okay? A small tempo by the monument green. He turns to you. Let's get into that lorry. Alright, cool. There we go. We have progress on that investigation. And we don't need to worry with this guy anymore. That's good. Let's see if I can sell anything actually. Get my finances up. See if I can anyway. Huh, interesting.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Right. I just want to buy and sell shit. Oh, it's the... Yeah, you don't sell it to her, you sell it to the other guy. The pawn shop. Where my gun definitely ended up. So let's go to this green piece of shit. I wonder if I can tell him that I know now and let him have a rest.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
I'll leave him be. So it's past the green one, past the monument. So there's a monument there. This one? This one. Let's have a look. This green FALN A to Z contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying. The lieutenant peeks inside. Try to peek in the window. The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Try the handle. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. How are you going to get this open, Kim? Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. Really? This has been hard enough, no need to make it any harder. Okay. Let's put the right clothes on for the job. Physical instrument. Wait, I have a mesh tank top? Okay. Any of these reduce physical instrument? Fine. This is a white check, so that's not a problem. Et voila. With a firm grip you raise the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lorry cabin. I'm not going to say dumb shit. Smash it. The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. Subtle, says the lieutenant and sticks his hand in the window, like a common car thief, and then opens it. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. Admire the posters. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films. from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of ambrette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. Stop and wonder what's that smell. The remnant of a sweet juniper scented perfume, probably Granate No. 5. Granate number 5. Study the centerfold. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put a finger on whom exactly. This is Tippé Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic untimely death. What happened to her? She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera too. Enough of the posters. Pull out the pull-out box. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty except for folded newspaper. Unfold the newspaper. It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. Pick up the note. It looks like an article ripped out from the Radio Enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache. The lieutenant leans over your shoulder and examines the note. The Ulan frequency system. I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but his thoughts trail off. Push in the pull-out tool. Check the pedals. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Adds extra grip. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip. Sandpaper, Lieutenant repeats, a novel technique. The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Yes, he likes where this is going. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other. Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lenses. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. Now we know for certain who the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. He writes something down in his little notebook. Are we finished with the lorry? No. The pedals again, there's more stuff. Yep. Nah, okay, fine. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The lieutenant leans close to the radio and hums. Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. Why would anyone need so many radio stations? For contracting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. He flicks a switch on the radio. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organisational tool. The nerve centre of a huge operation with quite the range too. Is there anything else we can do with the radio? Doesn't look it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key. Close the door. Great, I think we got everything. A word detective. He steps away from the lot for the lorry before we return to Joyce.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organised operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it. I'm not sure about the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding the frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Listening in on your calls between you and your station? A worrying prospect. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for. The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find. So it turns out this is connected to the Union. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically, but don't expect to bust this open during a stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends, as extra ammunition. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics part of the... words! And suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later when we're done here, we do not want to get caught in that. He stops to think. What are you thinking? The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean, especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? He nods. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. They won't hope anything either. Okay, debrief over. Debrief over. He nods. After you. Great. Hopefully there won't be any red checks. That'd be nice. Oh, that stops me. So let's head down to Joyce. So, I mean, we're making pretty good progress, actually, all things considered. Yeah. It's, so we're making progress on the drug search, we're making progress on information about the lynching. Come on, Joyce. Tell me your
You're
things.
back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Where exactly are these eyes located? It doesn't really matter, and I do apologise for the valence. Wild pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume we won't discover there is an operation. If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality, I am sure you understand. Of course, detectives. She says, her tone more cautious suddenly. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands. The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries. Hmm. I've already... Sorry, excuse me. I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. A momentary lapse of faith? They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker. A member of the board, she nods. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humour. Do you need a security detail? Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering. Who are they exactly? Krenel, or an Aranjes military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armour, have semi-automatic weapons and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and have no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. Cool, so it's a bunch of PTSD-ridden lunatics that are probably not helping the situation, which is... yeah, I mean, yeah. Bad combo. So what happened? The story is one of them, the colonel, the colonel, colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Actually, no, I take back what I said before, because she's applying her own perspective on it. And, yeah, the PTSD element doesn't make people less functional, by any stretch of the imagination. It's more kind of a case of throwing in people who are not skilled in the area into a stressful environment who have these situations might not be the best of ideas. What then? Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Krenel contractors carry out their orders for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. What is the nature of this so-called investigation? Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. It'll be all of them. The decision is already made. I have to say, this is not disco. Boy oh boy, is that not good. It's not good, no. A wave crashes against the side of her boat. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, she grabs a hold of the mainsail. If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond. The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1. Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? She leans back. It's not pretty. The Sorae's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armour is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. The muzzle loaders needed to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots, the automatics every 1 or 2 minutes. She is silent for a moment, then concludes, as I said, a bloodbath. Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinez needs. Calm down, Half-Light. Houses drenched in red blood, gushing down Rue Saint-Cispert. The whole place mocked with a giant red flag. Fresh bullet holes for all the old buildings. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? Many bleak scenarios have already come true. She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse the situation. Okay. You said the deceased assaulted a woman. Or he didn't, she tilts her head. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify to it. What did these teenagers by the canal say? Canal. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. It seems to be the accepted story around Martinet. This does not come as news to us, but still, he exchanges a glance with you. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know? Last Sunday night at the Welling in Rags. The hostel by the gates. Supposedly the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of doctors got their hands on him. I know the woman you're talking about. We have it under control. Good. Then you've made progress. It's imperative that you move fast. The tribunal will not be patient. How much time do we have? Until the executions start, truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience. They don't report their progress to you? Not on this matter, I'm afraid. They consider this a personal initiative. There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. It's a matter of days, not weeks. Where are the remaining 2 mercs now? They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. You should have shown these meatheads exactly how savage you really are. We still need to know where they are. This is a red check, and I will automatically fail it. So I will come back to that later. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved. Okay, we're still clear for the moment. That's enough for now. Now, can you tell me about these tattoos? Of course, excuse my hesitation before. She reaches over the guard wire and takes a photo holder in her hand. For about half a minute in silence. It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs. Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. What do you think? Sorry, she breaks her concentration. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points, the stars. She pointed to one on the photo paper. I can't, but that's how you read the story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Say nothing. Ports, cities on the oceans. This is an Orania's map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the DeLorean century as early as 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. What travels did the dead man take? Quite a few. Vredefort, the Orania's capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. She points to it on the photo. He started somewhere near here, I think. What next? Then he made his way to the Presso Grande, through what I think must be Stadskanal. Yeah, it is Dutch. Yeah. An artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean. First the Seminoese Islands, then this. She points to his heart. What is that? Revachol, she says. Those are the 2 constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Interlinda at the dawn of the interciliary age. The old world parting by and the new world already here. You said you can't read it. I can't. This man was no sailor, and there are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meanings. In Martinez looking into Crenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren, distant gunshots in the streets of the Yamrock quarter. This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. That makes sense to me. We have no more use for the map of the waterways, just like we don't need any sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident, mercenary tattoos. For all the boys looking for adventure, our blood splatter on the seas. That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help. So... that is concerning. But we'll have to deal with this further next time. Thank you so very much for coming along, and we'll see if we can get to the centre of this slowly developing situation next time. Bye bye.